Yeah, we got Treasure Trove Cove, Banjo Kazooie cranking in the background. I'ma ride your bird bareback like Banjo Kazooie. Yo, 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 that's an original line of mine too. Alright, we are here with part 5 of Chronicon, the goodness that is Gnosis. Make sure you get onto archaix.com and get your retinas burnt out by all the other knowledge that Jason has for you. Without further ado, we're going to kick off the goodness. Homo sapiens are a genetically improved creation by the Anunnaki from pre-existing life forms made extinct in the cataclysm of 4309 BC. But this time the Eternal One, through his word, intervened and breathed the spirit into mankind, thus making humanity in the image of God. Thus taking away the total control of the Anunnaki, they sought to create a planetary slave race of workers. For this reason, the Anunnaki, as watchers, have regarded their own maker, the Eternal One, as a thief. Humanity would have the knowledges necessary to discern between both good and evil. The only command given to humanity is, be fruitful and multiply and replenish the earth. It is this statement that reveals that earth was formerly inhabited. Man's creation in sick day denotes his appearance after a period of 144 hours or 6 days. The units of measurement known as the day, the month, and the year are measurements of mechanical time, the axial rotation of the earth, the revolution of the moon around the earth, and that of the earth around the sun. But the period called the week was by divine appointment, not represented by mechanical time, 7 days. The Great Pyramid's surface sloping angle with its casing blocks in place was precisely 51 degrees, which matches geometrically the true length of the year in Sabbaths, 7-day periods. The year is 51 weeks at this time, being 360 days. The year will remain 360 days in length until another disaster in 713 BC, which alters Earth's orbit to 365.25 days. This year of 4039 BC begins Earth's orbital chronology, a timeline of our planet discovered by David Davidson, what a name, in the geometrical measurements between the Great Pyramid's 4 cornerstones and published in his enormous book, The Great Pyramid, Its Divine Message, published in 1924 AD. Davidson declares that the astronomical chronology in the Great Pyramid's measurements began in 4040 BC and end in 2045 AD, which would be the end of a timeline involving our planet. He is only 1 year off, 4039 BC and 2046 AD. Davidson knew nothing about Nibiru or about Earth being an intruder planet, as will be found in this research. In 2046 AD, Earth will be moved away from its current orbital path around the Sun, and this transposition will alter the length of the day and year. The Great Pyramid's orbital chronology measures in 84 years between 4039 BC and 2046 AD that Earth remains in a stable orbit along the Sun's ecliptic. It will not remain here. Now in 4033 BC, planet Phoenix enters the inner system, completing its 138-year orbit, passing through the system on its way back out to the Kuiper belt. This was 6 years, 72 months after the appearance of man, counting 1656 months, 414 times 4, or 138 years to man's banishment from Eden in 3895 BC. Now this is titled The 6,000 Years of Man's Banishment, 3895 BC. In man's 144th year in the walled enclosure, paradise, a chief among the Anunnaki watchers, a seeing one, or interpreter called a serpent in Genesis, misleads mankind into doubting the word of the Eternal One. Humanity in Eden had been given the discretion to live free from doubt and constraints, but by listening to the interpreter, mankind fell under the power of those that defined from them good and evil. Once mankind's eyes were opened, sinister intent of the Anunnaki, humanity was no longer beyond good and evil, and was from that point onward a slave to their own consciousness. Now his conscience is guide, mankind is cursed to condemn himself. With their eyes opened, according to a Gnostic text, the first humans saw their makers. They loathed them since they were beastly forms. And there it is. We are going to finish this out with some more Treasure Trove Cove goodness. We're only at 10 seconds on the clock. We'll be back tomorrow with part 6 of the goodness of Chronicon. Yeah, break it down. Alright, I'll see you all tomorrow.